Motorhead Garage, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage. Now we're talking electric fuel pumps. You know, almost all these fuel-injected cars have a high-pressure electric fuel pump. Most of them are in the tank. And it's an expensive replacement. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to diagnose them, what to use. And we got Dick Flowers here from Autobest International. And Dick, you guys make a lot of fuel pumps, cover a lot of cars, don't you?
Well, quite a bit, actually. We have over 500 SKUs.
Wow, that's a lot of pumps. Now this one here I recognize because they've changed a bunch of these. That's probably a popular one, isn't it?
It is. This is a GM pump. It comes complete. Everything for the unit to fit is supplied with the pump. It's all good for fit, form, and function. It comes with the pressure sensor on it. We've added a newer design because the older ones had a very difficult problem with connections.
Right.
And so we've designed it. It's a quick 4-wire change.
Yep. When you put in a pump in a GM car, the connectors burn. The factory connectors are real small. They got a more robust connector. And of course, right here, we have a lead that's supplied. You splice in. Never change a pump without fixing that.
Yeah.
And that one's got what, a pressure regulator built into it?
Yeah, this is a later model GM. As you can see, there's quite a bit of difference.
Yeah.
And they both fit trucks.
Absolutely.
This particular one has got a built-in pressure regulator. It also has the pressure sensor up here, the connector on it. It has got filters inside of it as well. Comes with the float for the fuel gauge.
Right.
It's complete. Again, it comes with everything needed to install it in the correct way.
And those are referred to as a pump module.
That's correct.
Now, first thing you want to do when you got an electric fuel pump problem is you want to diagnose it. You want to make sure it's the pump.
Correct.
You know, the computer turns the pump on, but you got relays, you got fuses, and so on. So what we did with this Camry, this was towed in, didn't run. We took a power probe and a voltmeter. For the power probe, I could put power right to the pump. We checked everything. When you power the pump and it doesn't run, pretty much the pump's bad. Now, Autobest also has some pumps here, and this particular kit comes with a bunch of universal O-rings and gaskets and seals, and then a pump. With this, you can do probably over 100 cars. They got all kinds of different pumps, and we have the one with the pickup screen.
Strainer.
Filter for this Camry. So let me show you how to change it. Remember what I told you, diagnosis is key. Here's how I diagnose. When a car comes in like this Camry, now the pump is in the tank, but the neat part is they have an access panel. Here's the wiring to it. Take this little device, I can put 12 volts, battery voltage. This is hooked to the battery up front. Push the button, that sends 12 volts to this tip. I powered the pump up, it didn't run. I checked the ground. If you got a good ground and power to the pump and it doesn't run, it's bad. If the pump runs, your problem's up ahead of it. So you want to fix that up. Take the seat out. These little guys in the Camry are just kind of glued down. And there's this little gooey stuff. Don't get it all over your hands. That's, you know, obviously to waterproof it. Then there's a connector in here. You pop this connector out, and then take this little retainer out. There we go. Save that. And then this little guy here will come out. Now we're ready to take the pump out. Okay, I've got one screw left. I haven't broken the seal yet. This is just like taking spark plugs out of an engine. Get your compressed air and gently blow all that trash off that's in that reservoir. Otherwise, when you pull this up, that'll go in the tank and you'll make more contamination. One screw left and I should be able to pull this assembly out. You can see it popped up there. Now there's going to be a little wrestling and there should be some fuel in here. So when you're doing that, you want to have a bucket. Put the plate out of the way. There shouldn't be much in it. There you go. You don't want to damage it. There we go. Now, the fuel pump is down inside this assembly. I'm going to take our Autobest fuel pump. We've got a new intake screen. I'll take this over to the bench and I'll replace it. Now this is a stock pump. Autobest also has a high performance pump available for many models to give you 20% more fuel flow. So if you put a chip in the car or something, it'll help you out. Okay, now I got the new Autobest fuel pump inside our module here. Now one of the things we looked inside the tank. Always inspect the tank. If it's full of trash, get it out and get it cleaned. You're only going to hurt your new fuel pump. That's important. There's baffles there. Make sure they're in place. And by the way, when you set this in, got a new O-ring here. Set it down inside. And it's sometimes a little wrestling match. Go gentle so you don't bend the float. Once this is in place, we'll put the retainer on it. All I need to do is put my screws on there, hook up the wires, put a little fuel in this thing, we'll be ready to go. And remember, I disconnected the battery when I started. Always do that. No incandescent droplets. You got a lot of fumes here. Use your head when you're doing a fuel pump and be safe. I'll button this up and this car will be ready to go back to the customer. Right now we need to take a break. Stick around, we've got a lot more coming here at Motorhead Garage. You're replacing an electric fuel pump is an expensive job. Save yourself some money, do it right, get a high quality pump. These are Autobest fuel pumps. They meter exceed OE standards. They got complete modules, all the different types. They fit almost every application there is. They have these universal fuel transfer pumps for diesel and gas. They got the additional intake filters. Everything you need to do the job right, last a long time. Remember, Autobest fuel pumps, that's a great way to go.